Hey, I'm Daniel. Welcome back to the channel. And for the purposes of this episode, I bet you'll take the dare. It's time we relegate the term momentary muscle failure to conversation, to academia, to discussions about exercise, and take it away from exercise instruction. It does not need to be there. We should just rename it the magical mystery event because that's what it is. It's not really anything anybody truly understands. Everybody thinks they understand it or wants to understand it or believes they understand it. No, they don't. Let's be honest. So what do I propose other than momentary muscle failure? And obviously magical mystery moment is not usable, but I like that. One of the things that I have really enjoyed um, since I've started back on high intensity training or as far as pursuing it again as a career is learning about time static contraction training and feedback statics. Probably the most important thing I've learned is that single phrase, as hard as you dare. If anybody doesn't know, the last phase of a time static contraction, the last 30 seconds, your effort is literally as hard as you dare. And that's key. The daring effort should be controlled. It, counting pain, shoulders, back, things like that, as hard as you dare. Some days your dare is more. We'll get into that. So I don't know who created this phase. I'm assuming it's attributed to Ken, but I like it. I think it applies very well, not just to time static contractions. I imagine many instructors and trainers are already doing this, that they're already using this phrase for all training. For every exercise, you want to train as hard as you dare. If that happens to be momentary muscle failure or magical mystery event, great. If it doesn't, sometimes it's not. You make according changes or do something or whatever you need to do. I have ideas about that too. Some days you can achieve that MMF, that magical mystery event, or some days not. But every day you will train as hard as you dare. That's, I think it's going to be better for instructors to use this rather than even talking about momentary muscle failure. As far as an instructional tool, it's not very descriptive. It's one of those ethereal, magical planes of existence. The momentary muscle failure realm, is that one of the nine realms of Valhalla and all that stuff? I don't think so. People, when they dare to train hard, they will dare a little bit more each time. Maybe someday it'll come down a little bit, but one day their dare will reach that pinnacle point and they'll achieve momentary muscle failure or magical mystery event. Sometimes their dare is going to be too much and they're going to push themselves really hard and probably the workout's going to stop at that exercise. Saw a couple of videos where Drew, I think he did that in the last one and pretty much stopped at a leg extension because, or leg curl, whichever one it was, toasted him. Rightfully so, he worked hard at it. Um, I don't know how to move forward completely with this. I know some people are really embraced and if, they've just completely enveloped themselves in the concept of momentary muscle failure. And I really want to get rid of this damn word failure. I'm not joking. It's not useful. It's not helpful. It's hurting the industry. And if anybody disagrees with me, and I don't think they do, please explain how you think using that word has helped and will help. I don't think you can. And if you do have a good explanation, I don't care really. Go ahead and try. Anyway, let's get rid of this word. And for the purposes of this episode, I dare you to train harder. Thanks. Oops, I lost it.